Okay, I'm reading an article for my students. Japan warns against arousing nationalism amid row with China. Tokyo. Japan called for restraint Tuesday following reports Beijing had suspended ministerial and higher-level exchanges to protest Tokyo's arrest of a Chinese skipper involved in a recent ship collision off disputed islands, with top government spokesman Yoshito Sengoku saying both countries needed to avoid arousing nationalism. The diplomatic spat stems from an incident earlier this month in which the captain of a Chinese fishing boat was arrested by the Japan Coast Guard for allegedly colliding with two Coast Guard vessels near the disputed Senkaku Islands. This has sparked protests from China, which has repeatedly demanded the captain's immediate release. We will have to convince China to understand the way Japan deals with its judicial system, Chief Cabinet Secretary Sengoku said in a news conference, maintaining the Japanese government's stance that the skipper's case is being handled based in line with Japanese laws. We will use various channels to call on China to resolve this issue without escalating it further from the standpoint of forging strategic, mutually beneficial relations and of peace and prosperity in East Asia, he said. China was apparently angered anew after a Japanese court gave the go-ahead Sunday to prosecutors to extend their detention of the captain for another 10 days, until September 29th, a move which, according to official Chinese media, led to China suspending ministerial and higher-level exchanges with Japan. Sengoku noted that the Japanese government has not yet been formally informed by China about the latter's suspension of ministerial-level talks between the two nations. Sengoku also said that, so far, there is no scheduled meeting between Prime Minister Naoto Kan and Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao on the sidelines of the upcoming UN General Assembly meeting in New York. He added Japan's only bilateral summit scheduled at the moment is between Kan and the U.S. President Barack Obama. Other Japanese government officials also called anew for calm and restraint from China. Finance Minister Yoshihiko Noda told a separate news conference, "We need to respond in a level-headed manner to avoid the row having any impact on the nation's economic ties." Economy, Trade and Industry Minister Akihiro Ohata said to reporters, "I believe we can overcome this issue with both countries dealing with it in a calm manner, and that he will watch the developments in hopes that it will not affect negotiations over a trilateral free trade agreement between Japan, China, and South Korea." Defense Minister Toshimi Kitazawa, meanwhile, said, "Of primary importance is to convey the actual circumstances. I have doubts whether the fact that it was a Chinese boat that collided with Coast Guard vessels has been properly relayed to the Chinese government and people." The end. Thanks for watching. Watch this video as many times as you need. The most important thing when you're doing pronunciation is getting the e and e sounds. Most of you are very weak. I'll do just one more paragraph one more time and really stress. Japan warns against arousing nationalism amid row with China. Tokyo. Japan called for restraint Tuesday following reports Beijing had suspended ministerial and higher-level exchanges to protest Tokyo's arrest of a Chinese skipper involved in a recent ship collision off disputed islands, with top government spokesman Yoshito Sengoku saying both countries needed to avoid arousing nationalism. Okay, so be careful of your sound and also your sound. Japan, it's not Japan, it's Japan. Japan called for restraint. Okay, good luck.